And we're back live again. Yes, this is indeed the fifth podcast in a row where it's just me and Jeff. But
Get used to it.
I assure you again, it's a Tuesday, so you know it's not hockey.
Yeah.
It's another underachievers. We're the two underachievers here. I'm more
The
underachieving
third
than
one
you
is
two are.
clearly underachieving.
Well, the other two are more achieving than I am because you guys actually have adulting jobs nowadays, which is
Yeah,
weird.
but I'm actually here though, unlike the third member of our crew.
Well, he's practicing an effort to make a joke on that all day. Just nothing. I had nothing. I wanted to make a joke on that on the podcast, but I just couldn't think of anything.
Oh, so I gotta bring this up right away. So I don't know why, but earlier I was getting ready for work, or when was this? So this is like way earlier this morning, and hold on, I gotta find this. Okay, so it was when Brian was talking about how he wants to make more money and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
He
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
I thought about back when we did nothing all day, had no obligations in the summer, and being an employee, kind of missed those days and no obligations. He said, yeah, those were the days. Can you get paid for doing that? And Brian's response was, yeah, it's called PTO. And right away, when I read that, I burst out laughing. Like, I don't know why, but I laughed probably
Right.
5 minutes longer than any regular person should
What
laugh.
if? Yeah.
Yeah, leave me alone. But anyway, no, so I burst out laugh. I don't know why, because I just imagine how Brian would say it, and it
Right.
made me laugh like a
Hmm.
lot. Like if someone was just watching me just react to the text when I first read it, they would have thought I was a crazy person
Right.
because I just burst out laughing, and it was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
So I enjoyed his text earlier.
Yes, you did. And there was no autocorrect fail there, as we
There was not.
talked about last podcast, which if you want a little taste of that on our YouTube page, is that whole segment there when we're talking about autocorrect
Totally.
fails, text message fails that we had. And we had a couple more during this week that we had fun with too. Not gonna lie. Um, I had one that I think we just went back and forth on for a while too.
We really did. So see that's the
Because
best
the
part.
funnier
Where
thing was
I
is
love our
that
friendship is because with I feel like anyone else, it was just like, oh, autocorrect, and I would make fun of them, or they would make fun of me, and then the joke just dies. But for us
no, we just
two,
keep
it
it
just
going.
keeps going. Like the whole conversation just keeps going on that one autocorrect fail.
And the
It
funnier
makes it
thing
more
was
entertaining.
is that the autocorrect fail I had literally happened as the video was posted. Like the day the video posted.
That's right.
I'm gonna bring that one. I'm gonna bring that text up because I did want to kind of bring it up because I thought that was kind of funny. I kind of forget which one of us had the autocorrect fail, but
Not gonna lie, it was probably me because I
mm,
have a lot of autocorrect fails.
it's it's possible. Also, I'm in a losing streak on game pitching. People, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Although the last game we played, we tied, like the
Yeah, we
Eagles.
did. Well, what was the game we tied in? Oh, it
The
was filler, right?
Yeah, filler, which I had never played until that
Yeah.
other day when
Oh,
we played it.
you know what? I definitely had a lot of moments lately. So, like, one of them includes Game Pigeon, where you know, like, whenever you have those moments where you try to have like a text or like again Game Pigeon for this example load, but it just won't load.
Yep.
Like it says it's loading, but it just stuck on loading.
Hmm.
Typically because you have no Wi-Fi or anything like that, or just it's not working. So that happened to me because the Wi-Fi was really crappy, and I texted you saying, um, I'm still waiting. Basically, I'm still waiting to go because darts won't load. We weren't even playing darts, and you're like, "Well, that's your first problem." It
There's
was
just this one text that we had back and forth, and it just made me laugh. I made myself laugh here.
oh no.
So it's a hockey thing for people who aren't that into hockey,
Ah.
but essentially, it was the one day you sent me that one person's tweet about the Senators because they had so much cap space or so much money
Oh
that
yeah.
they could send a lot of or maybe go for some bigger names or whatever. and he just had the text, just imagine ... LOL. And I just said, literally, like a couple minutes after, if I were a lifeguard, and it's the live shot of SpongeBob in a lifeguard stand. I entertain myself.
I see that.
Oh, another thing
You're the
too.
worst.
Thank you. I don't think we've texted. Oh, there we go. I found the text, but I don't think we've ever talked more or texted, snapped, or anything related to The Office more than the past couple weeks.
Oh my God. It's literally, I swear, we just have conversation. So basically, the way Mike and we have conversations nowadays through Snapchat, through text, it's either in GIF form of Office GIFs or
Oh yeah,
Office
I
quotes.
can remember now. So it was me that had the autocorrect fail, and it was again something we talked about last time. I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, but how we were talking about video games, minor annoyances in video games. We're talking about NHL 20, and you were playing it Be a Pro.
Yeah.
And I said Be a Bro.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. I love that. I was like, how do you be a bro?
Yeah. Because I was saying my like favorite things of being in the later rounds, because it just makes me want to play it more, just because I'm not automatically in the first line. It actually gives me some reason to keep playing it. And then you said, that's what I'm currently doing. I said, I like that, LOL. And then it said, like, I need little things here and there for me to keep wanting to play Be a Bro. And then I said pro. I said, yeah, I hear you. And then he said, how do you be a pro? And then I said, it's a fun game by an independent company. And I said, not Jeff. You didn't even catch that.
What?
I said, I said, it's a fun game by independent company. It's dummy.
Well, you know what?
I'm talking to myself when I'm saying dummy.
I know.
And then he said, love it. And then it said, it's only fitting that we're having the autocorrect issues the day the clip is released, LOL. And then I said, while you were texting that, I was giving my thing. It was like, you pretty much are this brother that gets separated from his other brothers. The whole thing, the whole point of it is trying to find them. It's an adventure game out in the wild.
You're days talking about this. Holy
and they said,
smokes.
Ooh, interesting. I like that. Essentially, that's what it was. I was just like, I said be a bro. I was like, okay, in my mind, video game. It's a bro. I was like, okay, yeah. In case you haven't noticed, we talked about last time again, we're 6 months into this thing, which means we're 6 months into quarantining COVID, crazy 2020, and I've gone crazy. If you haven't noticed already.
You just gone crazy?
I've been crazy. It's just been even more now and through text form.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah, that another random tangent from the tangent duos. We have on almost every podcast every 2 seconds, and that was a long one we had of just not even really promoting our own self by promoting our own self by our dumbness or my dumbness of autocorrect issues.
I'm with you on that one.
But even earlier today, we were, and the funny thing is that many time at work, just going back to when I was talking about The Office and still on this random tangent, now I'm moving on to The Office, and how we're just doing more Office text or snaps. And any time where I ever hear a song that was in The Office, I'm like the other day, the one Dave Matthews Band came on when they're in the roller
rink.
Very tempted to send a snap or the video how I usually do it, but I said, don't say it. Don't say it. I said no hits.
And that reminds me, because I sent you one this morning, and I guess the place I was in, I wasn't connected to their Wi-Fi, so the snap didn't send. It was playing. So I don't know the actual song, but so Michael Scott.
It's a Lady Gaga song.
Yeah, okay, it is Lady Gaga song. So Michael Scott, he's listening to I think it is right, a Lady Gaga song or something like that.
And he thinks it's Britney
like
Spears.
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's Britney, bitch.
And then I said back to him, and I'm back.
Yeah, right.
which was then followed with you saying that this snap was supposed to be sent earlier today, which then I responded with, I don't remember that line because I thought we were going to go with the next line as we normally have done these things.
I was not, no. Because at first I was like, and I am back. I'm like, I'm not back yet, but and I was like, oh, I'm with you. It took me a second to realize what you were talking about.
Jeffrey.
It was a long day at work.
It's the next line after the snap of
Leave
the
song. Me be.
You even said in the snap, it's Britney, bitch. And the next line is,
I
am back.
I'm so disappointed in myself.
Jeffrey. I
know.
The funnier thing, too, is I know it's a sad kind of time for Philadelphia sports fans in particular, especially if you're a Phillies fan, because they got eliminated for the playoffs for like the 9th year in a row or whatever. And the better thing was after one of the bad games, the perfect episode was on of The Office on Comedy Central, I believe. And it was the dinner party episode. And Jeff and I, true form, are literally going back and forth, line by line, lines from that episode.
I'm so proud of us. Proud of us.
I'm sure there's people that like The Office. Like, I'm sure Brian would be annoyed by us at this point in the podcast if he was here, because I know he's a fan of The Office, but not as much as we are. There's
people who are fans of The Office. I don't know if we're just, and then there's us. We're just a different breed of Office fans because we literally text Office quotes back and forth to each other.
Oh, just randomly. Anytime I ever get a random Office quote in my mind, I text you it.
Just text it, and then we just keep it going. I love it.
Like the other day, I couldn't, because I was trying to get some way, because yesterday, I forget what we were talking about, but I wanted, because for some reason, the scene in my mind was when Ryan loses the Dundee for hottest in the office to Jenny Cordray. And then for some reason, Ryan's line of, I don't even know what his criteria is. Yeah, right. I wanted to text that to you. Like, I don't know how to even have this in, any correlation to text at all. So if I send it to you at all, it'd just be really random and weird. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But no, I knew what you meant.
And everyone has those shows. I'm sure there's people that like Friends or Family Guy. Like, I'm one of those guys. I know I do it a lot with you with The Office, just because I know you're as much of an Office fan as I am, that I'll get these references. But I do the same thing with like Seinfeld with my brother, or South Park, or SpongeBob. Amazing. Like the other day, they always send you
all the time.
Earlier in the week, I sent you the one snap because I was watching Seinfeld, and we always sent that's a shame, Jerry. Yes, and I sent the whole. Yeah, I sent that like the episode was on, and I sent a snap of it saying that's a shame.
Yeah, that got me going so much. I love it. All right, so let's switch gears here for a little bit. So I initially brought up this topic last week to talk about. I don't think I ever shared it with you, Mike, but we were going to do this last week on the last week's Underachievers Podcast. Never came up, so let's bring it up now.
All right, before we forget.
I was eating. Okay, so I think it was just after work.
Deep on your foot on a Carmen grill. A Foreman grill.
Sorry, no, you just said that so fast. I'm like, what?
Did you burn your foot on the Foreman grill trying to make some bacon this morning?
I like having bacon in the morning. Sue me.
It's delicious. It's good for me.
Anyway, drink. But no. So
if you're still listening this far into the podcast, you're like, I'm not even going to play this time because we're just going to keep it going.
I'm not going to lie.
First couple minutes in, they're already talking about The Office. It's going to be a long podcast.
I'm not going to lie. One of these days, we should just have some sort of day where, and just like basically, you know what? Basically, make it like some sort of like binge watching of The Office, and you have a. Actually, you know what? I gotta find it first. It's gonna take me some time anyway. You're gonna appreciate this, but so let me find this first. And I'll bring it up after I bring up this the weird combo or the conversation I was gonna bring up. Basically, I just revealed it there without meaning to. So I was eating a snack the other day and having something to drink, and I kept wondering, what's the weirdest combination of food of something you're eating and something you're drinking combined? So, like, again, just in general, weirdest combination.
Right.
I'll let you think about it while I find what I'm trying to find. Got it. Beautiful. All right. So, for the reason I'm bringing this up, I was eating blue Doritos, but drinking apple cider.
Jeff, there's no such thing as blue Doritos. Just like there's no such thing as blue drink. It says blue blast.
No, it's blue drink. Ooh. What does it say? What does it say?
Blue drink.
Blue. Blue's not a flavor. Blue blast.
Ooh, blue blast. Start on the back.
Anyway. But no, so it's blue Doritos and I was drinking apple cider.
Cool Ranch.
Nope, blue Doritos.
Mm-hmm. For the people who aren't, it's Cool Ranch Doritos.
Nope.
He was eating Cool Ranch Doritos.
Everyone knows that it's blue Doritos. If you do not know
the
it
blue
as
bag
cool,
of Doritos, yes.
Blue Doritos, nothing else.
Were the Doritos themselves blue, or was it the bag that was blue? Did it turn your mouth blue after eating it for so long? What's blue with it?
It's
like
just
blue black. Like blue drink makes sense because the color of it's blue.
For a fact, I'm not alone on this because I know Tommy is with me on this one. I don't even have to text him, and I know he's on the same page with me. We both call it blue Doritos. You know what? It's poll time. What do you call it? Blue Doritos or Cool Ranch Doritos? I almost said Cool Ranch like burritos.
See, he doesn't even need text to have these autocorrect fails, people. He just does them automatically.
I know. It just pops in my head.
What you're having with your blue Doritos?
I said apple cider.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
what you doing?
That's a really weird combo.
See your face. So I will say this isn't the weirdest combination I've had.
Did it taste good?
I just remembered what it was. Wait, hold on. Before I forget, write that down.
Some of my favorite moments on this podcast. Shit. I forgot.
Damn it, Wimmer. All right, anyway, so this was years ago when back when Brian, this is when his sister and we're still living at their house, and before his sister moved and everything, I had crashed the night at Brian's. Brian wasn't up yet. I think I was just. It was like 11. It was close to like.
Did you help yourself to some food at Brian's house?
I did, yeah.
I shouldn't be that surprised. There's been times where you've come over to a podcast where you just go downstairs saying you're going to the bathroom, you come back with some candy or something. Because you see it or a cookie. You see a cookie on the way. You're like, oh, I want that cookie.
Hey, I get hungry. What I see, I grab. And when I'm hungry, I grab what I want.
Like James Wood and Family Guy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. All right, Peter, we got to remember this for next time because he's done this twice now. Anyway, so anytime I was I'll do this anytime I'm at Tommy's place or
Brian's place. I think family. That makes sense there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you at your house, you're the only place where I go to where I actually ask and say, "Can I grab a snack?"
You do.
Even though I've known you for years, I will always politely ask, "Can I grab a snack, please?" And then Brian and Tommy's, family, they're my family basically. So I'm welcome to anything there. Yeah. Brian's house, I just don't care. I just grab what I want. If I want something to drink, grab something to drink. If I want something to eat, grab something to eat. Same rules apply for him here. If he's hungry or thirsty, grabs whatever he wants.
Well, at least it's vice versa.
Yeah. Anyway, so Brian was still asleep. his sister came downstairs, and it's still the theme of the Doritos. So like the type of Doritos.
Was this the red Doritos this time?
Yeah.
Was it the red one? Was it one like purple, kind of like maroony kind of color? What color was this one? What color was this bag of Doritos you were eating?
You're literally playing the role of Brian today with your sass. Are you feeling okay there, Sarah? Because you're usually not this sassy. Is it just because Brian hasn't been here for several weeks now?
Well, we have to have that sass somewhere, but I have not had a lot of sleep today, so I am a little delusional.
Dude. Yeah, dude, I slept like shit last night. Anyway, so his sister comes downstairs, and you know like the spicy kind of Doritos.
Yeah. So one that Brian likes.
Yeah, exactly. The only kind Brian I feel like likes for Doritos. And he says eating out of that bag there and drinking root beer, and it was like,
that's not that weird.
But this is at like 10:30 in the morning, I think.
I still don't think that's weird.
All right. But it's the blue Doritos and the apple cider. That's the weirder one.
Yeah. That's a weird combo.
All right. Yeah. Even I admit it's weird.
At least on the other one you're having chips and soda. That's not that weird to me. You're having chips with cider. I mean, any Dorito you're gonna have, I feel like it's a weird combo with cider, and you still have yet to answer my question. How did it go? How was the combo?
Oh yes, I'm not gonna. I think I was just in one of those moods where I just didn't care, but I was actually really hungry. So no matter what, when you're that hungry, everything will taste good.
Yep.
But regardless, it actually wasn't that bad of a combo.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, I enjoyed it. For anyone normal, you might not.
What's normal?
That's what I'm saying. Like for anyone normal, I'm not saying you're normal. I'm definitely not saying I'm normal.
Oh no, I was just saying what's normal these days.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know what normal's been since 1996.
That's the year he was born. For people who didn't get the joke.
I love how like for a split second you were thinking so hard, you're like. Like, it just hit you. Anyway, so see that I mean,
I've had weird combo like
those are some of my weirdest combos. I would love to hear yours.
Not as weird as that, but I've definitely done like a juice and that. My always go to for a while when I got done work, and it's just a delicious combo. I would always just for some reason, I haven't done it lately, but I would come home from work. Just because I wanted to have a snack because I get done at like 2-ish or whatever. So I want to have a snack. So it kind of holds me over until dinner. So I usually have a Pop-Tart. It doesn't matter what the flavor is. Sometimes it's like strawberry.
What is your go-to Pop-Tart flavor, by the way?
It depends on the day.
All right, I like that.
Sometimes I'll go brown sugar. Sometimes I'll go s'mores. That's a really good one.
Oh yeah, brown sugar and s'mores are my go-to.
Chocolate fudge is always a good. Is always a classic.
I haven't had that too often, but that's very good. Yeah.
No, what it is? It's cookie dough for me. The cookie dough.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's you didn't know there was a chocolate chip cookie dough Pop-Tart?
Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm looking.
You have to look this up.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Dude, you're missing out if you haven't had it.
Chocolate chip cookie dough Pop-Tart, right?
Yeah.
Hold on.
You'll probably remember the packaging on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at because a lot of times when I look up I
like most of the Pop-Tarts too, just to be honest with you.
Oh my God. I've never had those.
Jeffrey.
Squidward.
You know what? I don't know what that's not.
Here's my question, sir. I have a serious question. Do you have some at your house currently?
No, I ate them all.
Damn it, Whitmer. I trusted you. All right. Well, the next time you get some, which is probably before I would, I'm coming over at some point just to eat the Pop-Tarts.
It's between that and chocolate chips.
And probably play with your dogs.
Well, yeah. As they bark at you for about 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, even though they've
they
seen me
bark
like
at
100
you.
times now.
Yeah, they bark at you, but they're kind of excited, but also scared at the same time. They don't really know what they want to do.
I don't know. I swear
But
they don't like me. Anyway,
that's
but you know,
and then
I've never
I'll
had
have
those
that
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tart. I have like a Pop-Tart, like toast it in the toaster because how else you're gonna have them, and chocolate milk. I think that's a great combo. It's a really great combo. But for some reason after work there was a little time there where that was just my go-to. But the weirder one I had, and it was weird for a couple reasons, but it was during not that long ago. It was like during this time in COVID and drinking with my family, which we still do every weekend. Except this is probably going to be the last weekend for a while because Mitch moves out on Saturday. He's moving to an apartment with his good buddy.
Oh,
yeah,
that a boy.
Mm-hmm. I think down in Westchester somewhere.
Good stuff.
Which means the drinking benches on weekends isn't going to be as much with Mitch not here.
Well, that's no fun. Well, if you're looking for a substitute, I'm looking to have some more fun.
There you go. You're then just gonna have to spend the night because where are you going afterwards?
Nowhere.
Really.
No, honestly, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we can finally play Secret Hitler. We haven't played that in forever.
Plus, I do have plenty of board games. Yo, I swear, we would have to play the game Dice Skip Aids. It's so much fun, especially when you drink, though.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of fun stories about the guys and I playing that game. For one quick story, whenever the more we drank, whenever Matt and Tommy, they were on a team and they got a question right, they were so hyped because they had been drinking so much.
Whoa.
They would literally run over to Tommy's workout bench where it's just the bar and bench press the bar like 30 times and then just run back to
The funny thing is, because I can totally see both of them doing that.
No, Blake.
I feel like I've never. I don't think I've ever played Dice Skip Aids with you, but I swear.
And then they just run over, and they just start like bench pressing like crazy though, and then that's it.
Maybe it was one of those.
Just run back over.
Maybe it's one of those times we were staying over at Tommy's to play beer pong or something like that. But I totally remember another moment where they both did that same thing.
Yeah. Again, like. So you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I definitely know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's amazing, and they're just hysterical together.
Yeah, but anyways,
I love these guys.
Back to my point that I was talking about. But this is a really weird combo. So usually when we're drinking, it's usually I'll have a drink. We'll have like chips or like pretzels or something. We'll just kind of munch on as we're playing something. And at this time, we also had Dum Dums, and I was having a Dum Dum, some whiskey, and pretzels. It's not a great combo. It's a weird combo, but I did it. I did it, people.
I love how proud you are, but I did it.
Mm-hmm. It's essentially, that was the closest I was going to get probably to me smoking at a poker table. Maybe the only thing that would have made it better is if I had one of those candy cigarettes, if they still make those.
Dude, those were the greatest.
Oh,
yo!
And it only makes sense that only in a month it'll be Halloween, but those were the best. Whenever you went on Halloween and he got those, like, oh.
So here's the thing. I never got those around Halloween time.
I always did. That's the only time I'd ever get them.
The only time I had ever seen this before, and I had known that these things were a thing. They were a thing. So when we were younger, when we would go to the beach, there's always ice cream trucks or anything like that. But there was this one guy who we dubbed the good guy because not only did he have ice cream, but he had candy as well, and including the candy cigarettes. I can see where you're going.
Yes.
I know. Out of context, it sounds so bad.
Okay. Anything you want to tell us there, Jeffrey? Was the truck beat up at all, or was it completely fine?
I can't comment.
Okay.
So
You're pleading the fifth on this one. I get it.
I play the fifth of Jack.
Okay. I might have some Jack later.
Yeah. Lucky. All right. Anyway,
I'm off the next couple of days, so I can.
Oh, look at you.
But anyways, yeah, that was one of the weirder combos I've had. But oh yeah, going back to that, yeah, the only other time outside of Halloween I ever saw like a candy cigarette was either being at a beach or if you went to one of those like candy, like straight up candy stores. Candy stores. It wasn't in a truck, sir.
It's an ice cream truck. Shush up.
Okay. Anyways, but those are the only times I ever really saw it, because even nowadays, or you would see them before in like drugstores, something like that. But even nowadays, I barely ever see them anywhere. Probably because
all right,
cigarettes and everything.
We need. I want to switch topics real quick because I have a game that we can play, basically it involves the office, sir. And drinking. So my friend, one of my good friends from college, her and her cousin played this game. 3 episodes in, she puked.
Oh, okay, got you.
So, ready for this? No, here there are 11 rules. 1, Pam says Dunder Mifflin. This is Pam. 2,
in her later seasons, she'll be fine. She's
no
longer a receptionist.
2, Jim looks into the camera when not being interviewed. And 3, anyone says that's what she said. 4, Angela mentions her cats. 5, Kelly says OMG. 6, Michael expresses his hate for Toby.
It depends on the episode. Some of those episodes,
that's true. So here's the thing. I don't know if she started from season 1 or where she started. 7, Pam and Jim share a this is from a picture I took on Twitter and everything. So this is her handwriting and words, not mine. When Pam and Jim share a swoony moment.
Swoony?
But basically, it's just like a flirty moment, most likely, or just like a very
pretty
romantic.
Much whenever Jim is going up to reception, that kind of thing.
I think it's like, well, there's a bunch of hearts around the word swoony, so I'd imagine something romantic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, 8, every assistant to the regional manager reference. 9, Michael tries to impersonate someone. 10, whenever someone, mostly Dwight, starts with question. And 11, Michael gathers everyone into the conference room. Yeah,
that could be a rough one.
So fun times ahead.
I will say this though, just to transition a bit, but still kind of talking about drinking and all that, because I was talking to our good friend from college, Abby, and we were talking because she texted me earlier today saying how she missed college and everything, and we were just talking about old college things we used to do, how we missed it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I said, and it's kind of funny, is that since college, I think my alcohol tolerance has gone up.
Oh, 1,000%. I know it has.
Oh, definitely.
Mostly because of this pandemic.
Well, yeah, because literally in the last 6 months alone, I've drank almost every weekend.
Has basically as much as like a person does their first 2 years in college, it seems.
Once they hit the drinking age.
Yeah.
Obviously you can hit, frat parties and all that stuff, but who wants to do that? The fun stuff happens at the bars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any other kind of weird combos I can think of the top of my head.
No, those are the main 2 for me. Nothing else really. Do you have any other? Oh, I almost forgot some topics. We have Whitmer's updates still. We have Narnia news in Narnia.
Yes, we do.
I completely forgot about those until this moment right now.
So I guess we can just go into those things. How do we have a podcast for this long? We can't even speak for more than 5 minutes without having a flub. I mean, obviously, those are the
That's why we're
things
the
that
underachievers.
Yeah, it's where the underachievers, and that flub I just had is going to go under our worst of the worst moments.
Yeah, all right. Sorry,
anyways,
I've been listening to the Office Ladies podcast way too much, and they talked about the moment where during that one they referenced back to the fire where Rainn Wilson as Dwight, he does the fist pump when the fire truck enters. So literally every once in a while, I'll just throw in like a Dwight Schrute fist pump in the air just for no reason, just to make it more fun.
Those firefighters coming by, and they got excited.
Yeah. I think they said he like improvised that.
Yeah,
it's pretty great.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, to my updates, I really haven't done too much in the past week, other than what we already talked about and watching The Office. Even though I haven't really. The funny thing is, because we watch The Office all the time or wherever we talk about The Office, I really haven't watched it on Netflix in years. The only time I watch
serious?
Yeah, when I watch it, I'm watching it on TV, like actual Comedy Central, because it's on.
Dude, that's actually really funny.
Every day.
No, and you're right, because
for hours on end.
Basically, no, it has been on.
You can literally spend
TV
the other
day.
weekend when my parents and Mitch went up to see my sister in Pittsburgh, and it was just me and my brother, and my Apple TV wasn't working because the internet wasn't working. I literally watched The Office all weekend long, and it was just on TV. There wasn't really anything else on. It's just for The Office. I was like, okay,
this works.
The one day it was season 5, and then they moved to season 2. I was like, okay, I'll watch it.
That's
I like
fine.
those seasons.
They're all good. It's fine.
But outside of that, I've been testing out the new laptop more, as you've talked.
Oh yeah,
as I mentioned
how's the new laptop doing?
I like it.
How's it going? Good.
Yeah, I like it so far. I haven't really. I've used it here and there. Haven't gone completely into it yet. I still have my old laptop too. I didn't do one of those exchange it in things because I still have stuff.
Okay, there you go.
I still have stuff on there I want to do. Like there's some like games on it that I still want to play, and I'm not really able to use it on here.
We're on your old laptop?
No, on my old laptop. There's some games that I was playing on it because I had like a little CD drive thing I could connect to the laptop itself.
That's how it worked. You now. I'm with you.
And I don't have that ability here on this one. Plus the games wouldn't work on this one. The only reason why it worked on that one because it was an older Mac.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so far I like it. Got dark and silver.
Mm-hmm. Is it like that space gray color?
Yeah, space gray.
Yeah, no, I have that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that color a lot. It actually looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is, the first day the day of when I first got it, after podcasting, doing all that stuff, was me going, okay, what sites do I use like the most or whatever that I'm always kind of into? It's like, okay, this podcasting site and this podcasting site, YouTube, obviously, Twitter,
hockey. Oh, cat friendly.
Oh, cat friendly is the only page. When I go to the next page, it says frequently visited, and it's just Twitter, cat friendly, and our one
love it
podcasting page. But yeah, this week I didn't really do too terribly much. Just tested this out.
There you go.
Didn't really.
Nice.
Yeah, it mostly just worked. That's kind of it. Nothing really exciting really happened this week.
Hey, sometimes the news is good news, so can't really complain there.
Nope. Still underachieving. Still sending office quotes.
That's the spirit. As long as you're underachieving, that's all that matters.
But because Jeff started a new job, Game Pigeon has drastically gone down because Jeff has, works during the day. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the underachiever wants to kind of overachieve a bit here.
Well, you know me. I like the fine line of under and overachieving, so.
Yeah.
Sue me.
Sue me. I was playing a little more Fall Guys, NHL. That's kind of it.
There you go. Yo, speaking about NHL,
The Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Yes, that's
I
a
wasn't
good
even going to
point,
mention
Jeffrey.
that,
That's a
but that
good
works
point.
too. Yeah, the Bolts won the cup. Stamkos finally gets the cup. Even though he only played 2.5 minutes, he is a Stanley Cup champion. That's all I care about. By the way, it's expected that as early as, I think, Wednesday, I don't know if it's supposed to be this Wednesday or next Wednesday. I got to double check. Henrik Lundqvist of the New York Rangers could be bought out.
Cool. We'll talk about that obviously more on our
Yes,
next
we
hockey
will.
podcast.
Yes.
But anyways, back to underachieving and
Yes.
move a little away from Whitmer's updates to stuff in Narnia Land over there. And his another week of his new job. I think it was your first full week this past week?
Second full week. It's moving by fast. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, so far so good.
Was this the last week of you having to go in before it becomes remote, or is it?
Nope. Still, basically, it's.
Or was it until you're done training? Then you can.
I think it's like until I'm like fully comfortable enough with like being able to just work from home and everything like that. It's like what the moment that I'm done with. Sorry. My dad or someone trying to see what I was doing because I guess they hadn't heard.
I heard the squeak. I heard the squeak of the door. I was like, "What's going on over there?"
I heard it. I saw the camera. I tried to ignore it. I just couldn't. Anyway, so I guess dinner's probably ready, but I think we're about done soon anyway. Anyway, though, so, but no, so far so good. I think I just gotta, do a couple more things at work and everything, just to, get, like I said, get more and more comfortable with like being able to do everything on my own. And then once that happens, then I think I'll be able to just work remotely, for for the rest of it.
Yeah.
For the time being, basically, yeah. So
that's good.
It's all good. It works, and hey, job's a job, and it's definitely a fun one so far. And just looking to keep working hard and everything.
Because I figured this out over the weekend that you're still doing your other job too, working on weekends.
I am, and it is rough. I worked an overnight on Saturday. Yeah. By the way, we need
Brian saying ew.
We need a GIF of that. By the way,
we do have a GIF of that.
No, we just need the one of you going ew. But that's not going to happen because he controlled the recording. So. This place sucks. Anyway, happens. But yeah. So, so basically I ended up having another overnight. It wasn't as bad because it was only 5 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. So it could have been more.
Only just 3 in the morning.
Only. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fun times ahead. But other than that, everything's all good. Just trying to keep doing my thing. And
the only thing that did happen, I was talking to Danny the other day too. She randomly texted me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How's she doing? No, I'm just kidding.
I would think you would know outside of anyone.
No, I know. I just wanted to ask, how's she doing?
Yeah. You're probably texting her right now.
Since you're on Facebook, because I think she's in class, so that's life.
Yep.
But a couple highlights coming up though is NHL 21 comes out soon. I think it's like October 16th or something like that. And October 30th, season 2 of The Mandalorian comes out. I'm super excited for that.
Oh, did you see? I saw this come out today that there's some like Marvel documentary that's coming out on Disney Plus, like the end of October, right around the time Mandalorian comes out.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you hear this? I'm intrigued.
I'm sure if you went to like Disney or like Disney Plus or something like on Twitter or Facebook, it'll come up one of the first things. Or even if you just go on like Rotten Tomatoes or someone's Twitter page. there was like a little teaser or trailer or something for it that came out today or something along those lines. But essentially, it's going behind the scenes of certain. What I got from it is going behind the scenes of different Marvel people, like filmmakers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the comic book people, stuff like that. That's kind of my takeaway from it. Seemed kind of cool. That comes out, I think, late October.
Dude, I'm a sucker when it comes for like behind the scenes stuff. I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Like if it's like anything like behind the scenes, if it's like dude, I can't tell you how many different times like I just find that like because I absolutely love it when I find out like these facts about like just shows or anything like that where I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool, and I like need to tell someone. Most of the time it's Matt. He's like, dude, I'm not surprised that like you found this or told me about this because I tell him like all this information that's probably so useless. Like, listen to this and how cool this is.
Right.
So Matt, I thank you for putting up with my useless nonsense and all of the facts I tell you.
If you're listening to this podcast, Matt.
Hi Matthew.
Hi Matthew. We miss you.
Yeah, miss all the shenanigans.
Yeah, killing it in Virginia with Tommy.
Yeah, we can't all be fancy like you guys. Anyway, we just don't miss Brian because, you know, Brian's Brian. So
yeah, you saw him the other day.
Yeah, I did. I kicked his ass in darts. That was fun.
Yeah,
we should talk about that next time.
We should.
Actually, wait, dude. We need to talk about his ukulele next time. If he's ever going to show up on this podcast again.
His ukulele, his trip to North Carolina. We got a lot of things to catch up on with Babs.
Yeah, we do.
Another thing too, because I just thought of this when you're talking about going behind the scenes and stuff like that, and
oh boy,
that just popped into my mind. Did you see on Sunday the Denver Broncos all the South Park cutouts?
I did. That was awesome.
There was like 5 sections of it and all that. It was like so cool, and it was all for like charity.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty sweet.
I think it was like $340,000 they reached. For charity. That first, like, because I think they did so much like the Phillies and other teams have done where like they can get your cutout or do whatever.
Yeah.
And that proceeds goes to charity or whatever. And for that sake, I think for what they did was like the Broncos literally reached out to like the guys at South Park, like, hey, can you do this in this section or whatever? Like, yeah. Sure. And it got me thinking about that today because Brian was like, we were talking about even earlier in the podcast, we're talking about that text back and forth with Brian about wanting to be have so much money that you can just kick back and relax. Like, how cool is it that you can just say, hey, yeah, take $300,000 and put out these sports, do it for charity, sure. I think some of it was also just other fans that did it, not the whole 340,000, but I'm sure a good portion of it was from those cutouts, but still.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But that's another one of those behind the scenes things to do because the way they do that show is kind of cool to me because they do it like in a week, like how they come up with an episode.
It is very impressive how they end up doing all this stuff. It's crazy.
They have a new episode out tomorrow that I'm interested in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, is that the pandemic special that they're doing?
Even Family Guy, I think, started on Sunday. Their new season.
Wow. That's pretty nuts.
Yep. Yeesh.
But yeesh. Dude, I literally have gotten Danny to say yeesh all the time now. Like, even sometimes when I don't even say it, I get her to say it.
Not even the slightest bit surprised on that.
And it's the best because I cannot get her to watch The Office, but yet she'll say yeesh.
Yeah, but I think there was a deal in place there for she would watch The Office if you would watch a horror movie.
That's not happening.
You sure? I can moderate to make sure this actually happens.
Hey.
Fair. But we say 2 episodes of The Office, maybe 3 for one horror movie.
I'm just thinking of one scene.
If you do 2 horror movies, you watch a whole series.
And that one guy, the moderator. I'm pretty sure this isn't legal.
Oh no, we're not making a baby contract here. No.
Yeah,
No.
I know, but no, when you tell me about this though, it made me think of that scene from The Office though, where Dwight and Angela are going over the contract about like Dwight's alleged contract.
Mm-hmm. That's a funny thing too.
$60,000. I don't want to dig past a certain someone to get it.
The funny thing is that no matter like going back to what we were talking about earlier in the podcast during a random tangent, and just her friendship again. But anytime we ever have like some line or something like that, just immediately pops into my head some reference from some show, like when I sent that SpongeBob thing out or any Office line ever. You just for some reason, whenever you have some Office line or whatever, it's like I know what I'm saying right away. It's gonna be some. It's gonna be either the next line or if you're being serious or something like you texted me some hockey thing, but you said something that kind of reminds me of The Office or something, I'm gonna send it like I did the other day when he talked to me about Corey Perry.
I hate that guy.
And I sent you that gif of Michael saying to Toby, "I like you."
Yeah.
I think you're great.
Someone that said something recently that really rubbed me the wrong way. It was like,
was it me?
No, it's probably you. No, it was some guy on Twitter, and I used the GIF of Michael saying, not like it was like this part right after he says, "Why are you the way you are?" It's like I hate so much about the things he choose to be. It was that in GIF form, and I was very happy.
Yeah. There's some GIFs where I'm like, oh, I wish, why isn't this a GIF? Like,
right?
One GIF I always want to use is the Squidward, but I can never find it anywhere. The only thing you can find is like
I feel like you just have to like somehow, record a video and just make it
yourself, like you did with Matt's GIF.
That's one of my favorites. His reaction was so genuine. He literally put in all caps, "Ha ha ha ha! You made me a GIF."
We have to get him on to hear his actual reactions to that GIF.
Oh yeah, I would love that. We need to get him and Tommy on here one time.
Yeah.
Like we've been saying, all 5 of us.
Oh, that'd be a. Oh, that'd be a fun one.
That would be
nothing will get accomplished other than laughing every 5 seconds.
And then Tommy's absurd laugh would just get all of us going. Everyone's gonna think we had started drinking before the podcast.
Yeah. People think there's something wrong with us, but I think we're at the telltale end of this podcast alone. I know.
I think it's about dinner time for me anyway. As I was interrupted earlier.
Fortunately, it's not the first time that's happened.
That interrupted me.
It's probably your dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we really got today. I know it's sad. You thought we were going to go on this forever. You just want us to keep going and going. All 5 of you. Just love hearing us talk endlessly and endlessly.
People in the UK, people in
Russia. We had a Russia download the other day.
Russia, that's amazing. Here's my thing. Could they understand what we're saying? Maybe. Russian person or people, whoever you are, comment on our next video.
The Canadian person.
The Canadian person.
The person from Iceland.
Iceland. Alrighty. Well,
yeah, that's all we got for today.
That's pretty much it, fellas.
We'll see you on our next hockey podcast.